Ever wondered if your spouse might be hiding something? Suspecting infidelity can be an unsettling and emotionally draining experience. While these signs aren't conclusive evidence of cheating, they can signal that something may be off in your relationship. Here are 11 powerful indicators to keep in mind. But before we dive in, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment, "I subscribe," so I can personally welcome you into the family. With that said, let's unveil the 11 powerful signs that your spouse may be cheating on you. Ready? Let's dive in. 1. Sudden change in behavior. If your spouse suddenly starts acting differently, like being more critical, distant, or secretive, it could be a sign of cheating. These changes might show up in how they talk to you or how emotionally involved they seem. For example, they might stop sharing things with you or become defensive about their actions. They may also start hiding their phone or spending more time away from home without a clear reason. These shifts in behavior can be a way to cover up something they don't want you to know about. While these signs don't always mean cheating, they do suggest something might be wrong, and it's important to pay attention and talk about it. 2. Increased secrecy. When someone is cheating, they might start being more secretive with their phone or computer. They could change passwords, delete messages, or take calls in private, so others don't see what they're doing. This behavior might be because they are trying to hide something, like talking to someone they shouldn't be. For example, if they used to leave their phone lying around, but now always keep it with them, or if they suddenly start locking their phone, it might be a sign they are hiding something. This increased secrecy is often a warning sign that something is going on behind the scenes. 3. Unexplained absences. If your spouse often has to work late, suddenly goes on trips, or is away without a clear reason, it could be a warning sign. These unexplained absences might be times when they're meeting with someone else. It's important to pay attention to these changes in behavior. While there could be innocent reasons for these absences, if they happen often and without a good explanation, it's worth talking to your spouse about it. Open communication is key, and asking questions can help you understand what's really going on. Trust your instincts and don't ignore signs that something might be wrong in your relationship. 4. Changes in intimacy. If your spouse often has to work late, suddenly goes on trips, or is away without a clear reason, it could be a warning sign. These unexplained absences might be times when they're meeting with someone else. It's important to pay attention to these changes in behavior. While there could be innocent reasons for these absences, if they happen often and without a good explanation, it's worth talking to your spouse about it. Open communication is key, and asking questions can help you understand what's really going on. Trust your instincts and don't ignore signs that something might be wrong in your relationship. A noticeable change in your physical relationship, such as a sudden decrease or increase in sexual activity, may signal infidelity. They may also show a lack of interest in intimacy or display new techniques or preferences that seem out of place. 5. Emotional distance. Emotional distance in a relationship happens when one person feels disconnected or less close to their partner. This could mean they don't share their thoughts, feelings, or plans as much as they used to. When someone becomes emotionally distant, it can be a sign that they are finding emotional support or connection outside the relationship. This doesn't always mean something is wrong, but it could be a warning sign. If your spouse seems emotionally distant, it's important to talk openly with them to understand what's going on. Healthy communication can help rebuild the connection and address any underlying issues before they become bigger problems. By the way, before we move on to number 6, if you're getting value in this video, hit the like button right now. And if you don't want to miss out on my next mind-blowing video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload it. And then, go to the comment section below and type, "I subscribe," and I'll personally welcome you to the family. And guess what? I've got an amazing treat for you, a free ebook called The Momentum Method. This book reveals the secret ingredient to keeping a man emotionally and romantically addicted to being in love with you. Just check the link below and it's all yours. With that said, let's continue. 6. Sudden interest in appearance. If your spouse suddenly starts caring a lot more about how they look, it could be a sign they're trying to impress someone else. For example, if they begin buying lots of new clothes, spending more time getting ready, or going to the gym more often without any clear reason, it's worth noticing. It might seem strange if they didn't care much before, and now they suddenly do. This change could mean they want to look good for someone besides you. It's important to pay attention to these changes and maybe have a conversation to understand what's going on. 7. Unusual financial activity. Unusual financial activity can be a sign of something hidden, like infidelity. If someone has unexplained expenses, like charges for gifts, travel, or hotel stays, and they can't explain where the money went, it might raise some red flags. These expenses could suggest they're spending money on someone else or on activities they don't want to share. Keeping an eye on any sudden or unusual financial changes, like money being spent in odd ways or accounts being emptied, can sometimes help uncover what's really going on. It's important to be aware of these signs, as they can sometimes point to hidden activities or secrets. 8. Changes in social pattern. When someone you're in a relationship with starts hanging out with new friends or begins attending events and parties alone, it might be a sign that something has changed in your relationship. If this is unusual behavior for them, it could mean they're spending time with someone else, while making new friends or wanting some alone time is normal. A sudden and unexplained shift in social patterns could be a red flag. It's important to communicate openly with your partner and ask about these changes to understand what's going on. Healthy relationships are built on trust, so it's crucial to talk about any concerns you have. 9. Defensiveness or irritability. When someone is cheating, they might get easily defensive or irritable when asked about where they've been or what they've been doing. This means they might snap back or get angry quickly, even if the questions are simple or harmless. This reaction usually happens because they feel guilty about what they're doing or are afraid of getting caught. Their guilty conscience makes them sensitive to questions that remind them of their dishonesty. Instead of calmly answering, they might overreact to try and avoid suspicion. So if a spouse becomes unusually touchy or annoyed when questioned, it could be a sign that they are hiding something. 10. Gut feeling. Gut feeling, or intuition, is that inner sense you get when something just doesn't seem right, even if you can't explain why. Imagine you're about to make a decision, and you feel uneasy or nervous, even though everything seems fine on the surface. This feeling comes from your brain picking up on subtle clues and past experiences, even if you're not fully aware of them. It's like a warning sign telling you to be cautious. While it's not always perfect, listening to your gut can be helpful. If you have a strong, persistent feeling that something might be wrong, it's often a good idea to pay attention and think things through carefully. 11. Lack of interest in the relationship. When a spouse is cheating, they might stop caring about your future together. They may seem less interested in family activities or avoid talking about plans for the future. They might not be as involved in making decisions or spending time with the family. They could also show that they don't care much about how the relationship is doing. This lack of interest can be a sign that something is wrong, as they might be focusing on someone else or not fully committed to the relationship anymore. If you notice these changes, it could be important to talk openly about what's happening and address any concerns you have. Thanks for watching. Grab your free copy of my book in the description or pinned comment. It's a must-read. Plus, unlock the secrets of dating mastery with the captivating playlist popping up on your screen right now. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Join us in the next video for more exciting insights.